Hey, Jim.
Hey, how's it going, Dave?
Good. I would like one machine learning, please. It's just that easy, right?
One machine learning.
One machine learning. I figure it should solve all my problems, and I can have it like that. I just install a DVD in my computer.
So you think you're at MIC Machine Learning, huh?
Yes, MIC Machine Learning.
MIC Machine Learning. So you getting that off the value meal, or?
If we can do it for the value meal, because I've got about $1.07 after tax to pay you for one machine learning.
Yeah, good luck. Go ask somebody else, my friend.
Ben, I would like one machine learning.
Same answer. So Dave, you bring up a good point.
Yep.
Right. So we were talking off camera. What is the question? You know, like how is this being sold today? Right. We're trying to make a little light of it. Mm-hmm. But what are people doing?
So most of the time, when I think of machine learning from the non-expert side, mm-hmm. or the conversations I seem to have, are you think it's like an off-the-shelf drop-in, you install something, it sucks in all of your data, and instantly you get some sort of answer that is a fix for your process. But I don't think that's the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't either. What we have found is that you have to ask very specific questions of the data with the tools to get something that's actually of meaning. It's not just here, I'm going to throw a bunch of data at the wall and hope this machine learning algorithm tells me everything that's wrong with my process. It doesn't work that way. You know, because again, it's mathematics, right? And what you're looking for is what correlates to what. Now, I think there are some algorithms that might tell you, give you some correlations and give you some, anomalies and things like that, right? I'm not saying that can't be useful, but I think where it's really going to be useful in our industry is when someone can go and say, I have this specific quality problem. I've looked at it I've struggled with this for years. We've had all our experts look at it, and we just can't seem to figure out what is the correlations or the causations to this specific quality problem, right? And then I think someone like us who can ask some questions maybe that, because we understand both sides of it, that haven't been asked before, maybe we structure the data in a certain way. And then we can, really start to look at how do things interact, because it might not be one thing, right? It may be when this goes up, this goes down, and this goes up. If all those planets line up, that's when you have the problem, right? It's not just when this goes up, because if this goes up in and of itself, it's not a problem. This goes down in and of itself, it's not a problem. This goes up, not a problem. If all three happen at the same time, big problem, right? And I think that's really the approach we have to take, is ask a very specific question to find a very specific correlation, which you can then tie to causation, right? Mm-hmm. Versus here, I'd take one machine learning, please. So I love that, analogy or mm-hmm. that example. I hadn't really thought of it that way. So it was funny, we were talking off camera, like, how do we want to do this segment? And he had this idea, and I'm like, let's run with it. Let's just see where it goes, right? And I think the analogy is really, really true. What are your thoughts? What have you found? Or do you have anything to add?
I think that almost sums it up. I think, so many people do want the easy button, the quick mm-hmm. fix, and it's definitely the more targeted you can be, the better, I think, as far as the problem you're trying to solve, and getting the subject matter experts around that specific problem to go in and limit your data set so you have fewer variables, less noise in the problem. They understand what was happening during that time period. Mm-hmm. And then you can get the best result for your machine learning, at least the first stab at the problem, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of companies, they hear the word machine learning and they know they need to be looking into it at least, right? And so they throw money at the problem and or people, but it's not necessarily as planned and thought out.
Yeah.